So what I've done here is I've included just a few insights for a few different categories. Now, just to highlight that Nudge actually creates research reports for each category, and I'll send you an email tomorrow and include some links for that. So depending on what category you're working across, you can download the best one for you. And within these, what we look at is the top content formats, what social networks are the best, for high engagement, high-end impressions for each category, publishers that you should be working with, and so on. But just a couple of highlights here. For auto, we actually find that custom features and lists are the most engaging formats, and that videos are the least engaging format within that category. However, if you do a video with an article together, that drove much higher engagement. Also, that BuzzFeed, New York Times, and Elite Daily were the top publishers for the category, and Facebook was where we saw the most social engagement. Travel. So here we found that sponsored articles in a list format was a top performer for the travel category. I'm not sure that's incredibly shocking, but we all know that works really well. One of the things we find sometimes with travel clients is they focus a little bit too much on engagement. Now, that's not to say that engagement isn't super important. You should be expecting to see high social shares, but especially if you're looking for conversions, for people to go back and visit that brand site and maybe request an e-newsletter or some sort of booklet from the company, you need to focus on attention metrics as well, because that can be a really strong indicator for conversion. And some of the top publishers are Huffington Post, Matador, BuzzFeed, Mashable, and so on. A few insights for any alcohol brands. Custom features and articles are the best content formats for engagement and attention. Huffington Post, Hearst Digital, Vice were some of the top publishers. We talked through this before when we talked about the BuzzFeed piece with the tequila brand, but make sure that each image or list number can be shared individually. You're going to increase engagement and earned impressions. And another thing to remember as well is, when you download the research reports, you'll see that some social platforms are really great for driving high engagement, like Pinterest, for example, but they're not necessarily going to bring a lot of people back to the content just due to the nature of the platform and the way people use it. So think about all those things whilst you're planning out the campaign. Food and drink, custom features and lists, which definitely are two of the most popular formats across most categories. Video, again, underperforming. Easy sharing, really important within the category, and that Facebook is the top social platform. Stumble upon what we found that, for technology, we actually found that technology campaigns really still rely on Stumble Upon over a lot of the more sort of organic social platforms, showing that the category does still rely on paid engagement, and that it's a great way for seeding content as well, but you should be making sure that any publishers that you're working with, you're looking at where they get their high engagement from.